So welcome back once again to the today's session over the design of circular water tank with fixed base. Okay, so in the last session we have calculated the forces in the member. Okay, so we have got the hook tension T. So we have calculated hook tension. In the last session we have calculated the hook tension T. We have got it as hook tension. We have got as 128.4 kilonewton per meter. Then we have calculated the moment M. We have got 8.78 kilonewton meter, and we have calculated the shear V. We have calculated, that is 26.81 kilonewton. Okay, so these are the forces we have calculated in the previous session. Now we will have the design over these forces. Okay, how to design to resist these forces. Okay, so first is we start with design for hook tension. Design for hook tension. Design for hook tension. So we have T. For that we have T is 128.4 kilonewton per meter. Okay, or kilonewton. Okay, so therefore we have to find out area of hook tension of hook reinforcement. Area of hook reinforcement. Area of hook reinforcement. AST is equal to T divided by sigma ST. T divided by sigma ST. So T is 128.44 into 10⁻³ divided by sigma ST is 150. Sigma ST is 150. Okay. So because we are using H/SD bars. Because you are using H/SD, that is Fe 415 or 500. H/SD bars, that is Fe 415 or 500. When you use these two, you have to use sigma ST is 150. Okay. So with respect to that, so we get AST is equal to 856 mm square. So we get AST is equal to 850 mm square. Okay. So therefore I can write therefore area of hook tension at each face. Area of hook tension at each face is equal to 856 divided by 2. So because we are providing at each face, at one is inner face, one at outer face, because we have to provide a ring now. So it had to be at one face, inner and outer, for both the face 428 mm square. Okay. So by assuming 8 mm dia bars. Okay, by assuming 8 mm dia bars, so for 8 mm dia bars we get spacing is equal to, so we have to find out pi by 4 into 8 square divided by 428 into 1000. So we get here 117.44. so let us go for 110 mm center to center. So what does that mean? We have to provide 8 mm dia ring along the periphery of the circle or the circular wall at a distance of 110 mm center to center at both the face, that is inner face as well as outer face. Okay, so this is regarding the design for hook tension. So I can write here, hence provide hence provide 8 mm dia bars at spacing of 1 110 mm center to center on both faces of the wall. So what you have to do, you have to provide a ring like this, 2 rings, one is at inner face, one at outer face. So the spacing of these rings, not about this spacing, this is wrong, means the gap between the layers of bars is what, 110 mm center to center. Okay, so therefore the AST product will be pi by 4 into 8 square divided by 110 into 1000. So we get the AST 456.95. So that will be 2 times. So we get the final AST product will be 913.81 mm square. Okay, so this is the AST product. Actually required was 856. And we have provided 913.81 mm square. Okay. Now we have to check for the maximum tensile stress. Next is check for whether our wall is capable to resist the tension, hoop tension. We have to check that by providing this much of reinforcement. Still we have to check whether the wall is capable to resist the tensile stresses or not. That you have to check. Check for maximum tensile stress. Okay, so that is sigma st is equal to sigma ct is equal to T divided by 1000 into T minus m minus 1 into AST provided. That should be provided. AST, the formula is actually AST but should be provided. Okay, so m is, again we get m is equal to 280 divided by, we get 280 divided by 3 times sigma CBC. So that is 280 divided by 3 times the value of sigma CBC is 7 for M20 grade of concrete. I'll write for M20 the value of sigma, that is sigma CBC. So we get this as 13.33. So we'll substitute back here and we'll find out sigma CT. So T we know that it is 128.4 into 10 to 3 divided by 1000. T is 170 minus 13.33 minus 1 into AST product is 913.81 is equal to, we get here it is 0.8 Newton per mm square, which is less than 1.2 Newton per mm square. This is the permitted value. Okay, so therefore okay or safe. Therefore okay. Therefore okay. Or safe. Because the stress developed is 0.8 and the permitted value of stress is 1.2, hence it is safe. Okay, to resist tension, to resist hoop tension. Okay, now we have to go for the distribution steel in the bar, distribution steel in the wall for hoop tension. Okay, next is distribution steel. It is given T less than 100, 0.3%, T more than equal to 450 is equal to 0.2%. So after interpolation for T is equal to 170, we get 0.28%. We get 0.28%. Okay. So therefore AST minimum is 0.28 into 1000 into 170 divided by 476. So we get here it is 105.5. So let's say 100 mm center to center. So this is for distribution steel. The main steel is ring. Okay, this is the main steel, and over that we get the dot that is the vertical bars, that is the distribution steel. Okay, so next we have design for cantilever action. Next we have design for cantilever action. Next we have design for cantilever action. That is M is equal to 8.78 kilonewton meter. So now the depth of neutral axis. So again I will write here by using working stress method. Okay, working stress method, that is working stress method, WSM, working stress method. So the depth of neutral axis K is equal to M divided by sigma CBC divided by M into sigma CBC divided by M into sigma CBC plus sigma ST. So M is 13.33, sigma CBC is 7 divided by 13.33 into 7 plus 150. So we get K is equal to 0.38. 0.38. Then we have J. Now next is the value of J. That is the coefficient J is equal to 1 minus K by 3. 1 minus K by 3. Okay. So 1 minus K. K is 0.38 by 3. So we get here J is equal to 0.87. Then next we have Q. So therefore the bending moment Q, sorry, not bending moment, again one more coefficient Q is equal to half of sigma CBC into K into J. Okay, so half of sigma CBC is 7 into K is 0.87 into J 0.38. K is 0.87, J is 0.38. Already we have calculated. So here you can see. So this is the value K. This is J. Okay. Then we get the value of Q is equal to 1.15. 1.15. Okay. Then we have next is also limiting moment. Q is equal to M is equal to M is equal to QBT square. So M you have already calculated, that is 8.78 into 10 to 6 you have to make it. Q is 1.15, B is 1000 into T square. Okay, so we get T from this, that is 87.73 mm. The T what we got, it is 87.73 mm, which is less than T provided, hence okay, or therefore okay. The T what you got to resist the limiting moment 8.38 or to resist the moment 8.38 is 87.73, which is less than T provided, therefore okay. Next, now area of steel. Now area of steel to resist the cantilever action. Okay. So for that we have assumed T is equal to, or the total depth D is equal to 170, and the small depth will be 170 minus 30, assuming clear cover 30 and 10 mm dia bar, so 10 by 2, 30 mm clear cover minus half of the bar diameter, 10 by 2, so we get 135 mm. The effective depth is 135 mm. Okay, so by again using M is equal to sigma ST into AST into D by using sigma ST into AST into D. That is 8.78 into 10 raised to 6. Sigma ST is 150 into AST into D. D is 135. So we get AST is equal to 498.36 mm square. 498.36 mm square. So we got the area of steel to resist the cantilever action, 498.36. So again assume 8 mm dia bars. Assume 8 mm dia bars. So the spacing will be, right, SV spacing pi by 4 into 8 square into 4 divided by 498.36 into 1000. Okay. So we got this much into 1000. So it will be, spacing will be 100.86 mm. So this will be, we will assume 100 mm center to center. So what you can write, hence provide hence provide 8 mm dia bars as vertical steel, at 100 mm center to center in inner face only. Okay, because we are designing for cantilever action. So if your wall is like this, so this is the slab, so the wall will behave as a cantilever up to this height only. So we are providing the bars only in one face, that is inner face, at 100 mm center to center. Okay. So the next step we have that is check for shear stress. Okay. So after design for the bending, the next step is for the check for shear stress. Okay. Now we are going to check for shear stress. Okay. So check for shear stress. Check for shear stress. So we have here, we have shear at base is equal to shear at base V is equal to 26.81. Already we have calculated this. Okay, 26.81 kilonewton. Okay, shear at base we have calculated already. So therefore nominal shear stress tau V is equal to VU by BJD, VU by BJD. So that is 26.81 into 10 raised to 3 divided by B is 1000 into J is 0.87 into D is 135. Okay, so we got here it is 0.22 Newton per mm square, 0.22 Newton per mm square, which is less than 1.7 Newton per mm square, which is less than 1.7 Newton per mm square. So therefore, okay, so this is the allowable stress 1.7 Newton per mm square, and our the shear stress developed in the concrete is less than the allowable stress. So hence okay, or hence safe. Okay, so next we'll have design of base slab. Okay, so we have finished with the design of vertical walls, that is a circular walls. We have designed for cantilever action, and we have designed for hoop tension also. Okay, and we have checked for shear stress. So in all the condition we got safe. Now we have to design for base slab. Okay, next is design of base slab. These are a base slab. Okay. So again, as I told you, you can assume the thickness 160 mm to 200 mm. So you can assume the thickness. So this has been told in the previous sessions also, in the previous design. So you can assume the thickness 160 mm to 200 mm. So we'll assume. So therefore assuming 200 mm thickness, 200 mm thickness of base slab, so therefore AST minimum will be 0.3%, AST minimum 0.3%. Okay, so we can calculate AST minimum. So 0.3 into 1000 into 200 divided by 100. Okay, so we get here 600 mm square. Okay, we got AST minimum that will be provided in the base slab. Okay, so therefore reinforcement in each face, that is 600 divided by 2, because at bottom steel and top steel in the base slab we are going to provide bottom steel and top steel, so we have to divide it by 2. So we got each face, we got 300 mm square. Okay, so let us assume 8 mm dia bar. By assuming 8 mm dia bar, so we get spacing. So SV, the spacing of bar, pi by 4 into 8 square divided by 300 into 1000. So here we get 167 mm. So we'll have 150 mm center to center. For that we have to write a note here again. The note will be hence provide, right here, hence provide eight mm dia bars at a distance of 150 mm center to center in both ways at top face and bottom face. So are you getting? So we have to provide bars horizontal as well as in x direction as well as in y direction. Both the bars are 8 at 150 center to center. That is for both the face. Means if I draw the cross section of the slab, suppose this is a base slab, so we have to provide the reinforcement in the both the direction. So the reinforcement will be like this. So the reinforcement will be like this. This is for one direction and another direction. We can see the dots if I cut and show you. So the bars will be all the bars. So these are what? 8 at 150 center to center. The reinforcement in both the ways we got 8 at 150 center to center. Okay. Now we'll see the detailing part. Okay. Now we'll see the detailing part. How it looks in the detailing part. So now here what you can see. So we have the wall here. Okay. The wall dimension. So what you can see here. So this is the wall. So the wall, okay, of 170 mm thickness. So here you can see 170 mm thickness. Okay. Then we have the base slab. The base slab is here. Okay. This is the cross section of wall and the base slab. This is the base slab. Okay. So this is the base slab. Okay, we can see here. So the thickness of base slab we assumed is 200 mm. Okay. So apart from that, if you see the detailing part, okay, if you see the detailing part, we have here these bars, the vertical bars are distribution steel or provided for the cantilever action. So these bars are, you can see here, 3. This is 3 and 3 you can see here, the 3 is 100 mm center to center vertical. So 3 is 100 mm 8 mm dia, 100 mm center to center vertical. Okay, and one more important, which is here, what you can see, these are the rings. What you can see here. So what you have given, 1. What is 1 here now? So this is 1. So this is 1. 8 mm diad, 110 mm center to center. So these are rings. So we have to provide ring, circular ring along the periphery of the wall. So that is 8 mm diad, 110 mm center to center. Then we have again 2. So this is 2. This is 2. So this is for cantilever action. So that is 8 mm diad, 100 mm center to center, same. So we have to provide 2 and 3, both are same here. Okay. Then further we have the reinforcement in the base slab. So here these are the reinforcement in the base slab. Okay. So this we have got. Okay. Even the dots are also same. So you can see the dots here. So that dots are also same. So that is the number 4. Okay. What is 4? 4 is, so this is number 4. This is number 3. So 4 is here 150 mm center to center in both ways, at top and bottom. 8 mm dia at 150 mm center to center in both ways, at top face and bottom face, like this face, the top face and bottom face, both ways. The dots, what you can see, the diameter of bars, and these bars are all bars are same diameter, same spacing. Okay. So this is the end of the design of circular water tank with fixed base. Okay, and again regarding this, if you get any queries, you can contact me or you can write it over comment box. Okay, thank you very much.